Okay, so here we have the Multimedia 150 beginning Unity game development page. Um, as you can see, basically have the image of some of the games that that's been developed with Unity. And I started off with the Canvas tutorials here because I want to make sure the students know how to use Canvas. So when I try to communicate with them or they try to communicate with us, they know what they're doing in terms of getting the email and so on. And I have a orientation quiz that they need to go through, which deals with some of these issues. Okay, in terms of getting their grades and so on. So all the support numbers, other tutorials that they might want to go through, and then down at the bottom, how to get started with with starting a successful beginning. So here's the tips on successful start. They should click that, and it brings them to this. It's part of an announcement that goes out to them the first day of class, and making sure that they get the books, orientation quiz, and they go through take the orientation quiz, um, post any questions, and so on. Okay, so back to this. Then also a link to the syllabus and a link to the modules, which I will get to in a few minutes. So with the announcements, usually, again, I usually have the first day, which you saw again, tips for on successful start, and various announcements in terms of that we get emails that we get from the college, things that, and then also things that they need to keep in mind, like using Pronto, um, cybersecurity tips, and some other things in terms of the course itself. And in the discussion, basically, I have them introduce themselves, which is part of that email announcement that I put out the first day. I do make it optional. And then general questions, and then discussions on the chapters are called hours in the book, that they can post any questions in regards to that, if they're having problems, some of their games, finding discussion projects, project questions, and so on. Then they can look at their assignments. Here's the orientation quiz, and the hours themselves, or chapters. And each of the chapters, as they go through it, there is a due date. And I do have, in terms of they can turn in late assignments, but there are penalties for that. Each of the hours, besides basically what I have set up is for them to go through the book. There are some try yourself projects in the book, and there's tutorials that I've created, posted on YouTube, in regards to whatever is chapter that they're doing. Some I do use some video tutorials from Unity themselves, but for the most part is tutorials that I've created. So basically, each of the projects, again, besides doing the work from the book, each of the projects, I have them do something different from what they've seen in the book, just to assess their knowledge and their skill level. But basically, they're all projects, in terms of what they need to submit. Okay. Then, yeah, well, you know about grades. And here's the syllabus, uh, my contact info, and catalog descriptions, as As you can see, textbook. So basically, they should go through that. The orientation quiz has questions in regards to the syllabus. So they'll either, at one point or another, be forced to look at it if they haven't looked at the syllabus at any point. And just basically here we have a little description of a little bit of what each of the chapters will be covering, so they get a quick overview, what they're going to be going through, what we're going to be doing in terms of projects and so on. For the most part, each student should, if they complete the course, they'll come out with at least 4 different games, 2 games from the book and 2 project games that they will be doing, the final project, and there's another section in there where they have to create their own games. But even the games from the book, they have to modify it to make it more of their type of game. So the modules basically is, first is the assignments module. And there's the syllabus, the final project assessment, the rubric, and all the video. And then what I've done is I posted all the video tutorials to make it a little easier for them to go back, and so they don't have to kind of hunt down each of the video tutorial from previous assignments. And then there's just some links in terms of where to get the book files and so on, and my info. And then here's the rubrics for the final project that they can go to. It's also posted, obviously, on the final project page assignment. And really, that's about it. Okay. And that's usually how the students would go through each of those. And that's how it's set up so they can go through the course.